Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shrutis Om Bhadran Karne Vishrunuyam Devaha Bhadram Pashye Makshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangai Stuštuvagum Sastanubihi Vyashema Devahitai Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti nः Pusha Vishvavedaha Swasti nastarkshu Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. We'll read the mantra. You repeat after me. Tasmai Sahovacha Dve Vidye Veditavye Iti Hasmayad Brahma Vido Vadanti. Dve Vidye Veditavye Iti Hasmayad Brahma Vido Vadanti. Parachaiva Paracha. So, as we saw yesterday, in reply to Shaunaka's question, what was his question? Kasminnu bhagavo vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavati. Oh sir, what is it? What is that one thing knowing which everything becomes known? Is there such a thing? If it is, what is that? This is the question pertaining to Paravidya. He wants to know about the fundamental reality of the world, of everything. In reply to this question, the teacher, Angiras, should have proceeded directly with the Paravidya. He should have straight away said that this is by knowing Atma or by knowing Aksharam or Brahma, you come to know everything. This should have been his direct answer. But he did not do that. He did not directly reply to what Shaunaka had precisely asked. Rather than that, he went on in his own way. The teacher knows, even if the student has not asked that, but teacher will take care of everything that needs to be said. That a student needs should be said. So he goes very methodically. He says, Dve Vidye Veditavye. In reply to Shaunaka's question, the teacher said, there are two Vidyas which should be known. And which are they? Para and apara. And this is what the knowers of Brahman, the knowers of Vedas have told us. He is also very humble. So he wants to see to it that the student knows what he is asking for. Even though he has asked for Paravidya, Apara Vidya means the knowledge of the world. Paravidya means the knowledge of the truth. And the apara vidya means the lower knowledge, inferior one. Para means the superior one, the exalted one. But a student should know, veditavye, it should be known. What? The knowledge of the world. Because the subject matter of apara vidya the lower knowledge is the samsara, is the world, and everything that is there in the world. In short, it is the Vidya of you. There are two things, subject and object, aham and idam. There are these two things in the world, aham and idam. Subject, object. Consciousness, matter. There is matter in the world and there is consciousness also. So apara Vidya constitutes the knowledge of matter, constitutes the knowledge of object, of you, idam, and not of I, the subject of consciousness. Paravidya, all that will come in Paravidya. So Aparavidya, the subject matter of apara, is essentially the scope of ignorance. The samsara, the entire creation, is product of ignorance. So knowing Aparavidya is knowing samsara thoroughly, which is nothing but product of ignorance. Why should we know that? The question, the obvious question which would arise in our minds is that why should we know that? Yes, we should know that. Why? Because so far we have given importance to that. That is what we are seeing. That is what we are experiencing constantly. And even though Shaunaka may have outgrown that, but teacher wants to see to it that apara Vidya and the subject matter of apara Vidya is known thoroughly for what it is, not more, not less. The subject matter of apara Vidya is samsara, is you. What can it give you? What can it give me? It can give me, yes. There should be no confusion. We should know that it can definitely give us something. It is giving us something. But it gives what? It solves. It caters to the needs of what? Matter. It caters to the need of the body. It caters to the need of body. So the problems which are there pertaining to the matter, pertaining to the body, and body requires things, food, shelter, water, rest. All these things are comforts. All these things are required. By knowing Atma, my hunger is not going to be satiated. By knowing Paravidya, my thirst is not going to be quenched. I need shelter. And basic comforts of life are also needed. Money is also needed. All these things are needed. But we should know, what is it that they can provide for? What is it that all these things can provide for? They can definitely provide can provide for the needs of the matter here as well as the matter outside. Here also there is matter. Here also there is you. What I call I, in this there are two, I and you. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram iti abhidiyate. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what does he say? O Arjuna, O Bharata, that which you call I, in this the body is not I, it is you. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram iti abhidiyate. This body is called kshetra, the mind is kshetra, the intellect is kshetra, the ego is kshetra. Kshetra means that which is experienced, that which is objectified, that which falls in the class of what? I or you? Tell me. I or you, subject or object, where does this body fall in? Whether in I or you, subject or object? Object, which we do not normally know. When we say I means this I, the entire complex, no. That is also you. That is also object. And the world provides for it. My needs for food, shelter and things, other things, basic comforts, all that are given by the matter. That forms the subject matter of apara Vidya. But do not confuse that it can solve the problems of I. That it can solve the problems of I. The Atma, no. It cannot cater to any, or it cannot give anything to I. And therefore, when I am looking for the solution of my sorrow, my sense of frustration, my grief in the world outside, for which solution? That I am incomplete. I am not fine as I am. And the main problem is that person is not happy with oneself, even though one has relatively everything. And still one is unhappy. One is not at ease with oneself, keeps on comparing, and always takes oneself to be this small body, limited by time, limited by space, limited by objectivity. These problems are not solved by the world. That is what we try to do. That is exactly what we try to do. For my peace of mind, for my happiness, the happiness which I am seeking, where do I look for the solution? In the world outside, in relationships, in things, in places, in persons, in the world outside. And that is why I keep on changing from here to there, from this to this. Keep on making adjustments. Things don't work out. But where am I looking for the solution? If this clarity is not there, that the problem centered on I, the Atma, the solution to that is not found in the world. It is because of I that the world is, not the other way around. And where am I looking for solution? Arjuna had this problem. He is grieving because of death. The death belongs to the body. Birth belongs to the body. He is not ready to accept that. Are jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Bhagavan says that this is the reality of the matter, that it comes and goes, that it is bound to come and go. It is bound to come and then go and come back again. It is always in a state of flux. It is never steady. What stability are you expecting from that? You want that to change? That my people should not go. I should not go. My people should not go. Are, that is your confusion. And for that you are looking for the solution for that outside. So, one must know the samsara, one must know the object, one must know the world for what it is. And for that you should know what apara Vidya is. What is apara Vidya? The world is constantly proclaiming what? I don't have what you want. I don't have what you are seeking from me. I can definitely give you food, shelter, and things like that. I can give you a plane. I can give you helicopter. I can give you farmhouse. I can give you power. But with all of that, one can be unhappy. This is what Arjuna realized. He recognized this problem in the midst of the battlefield. All of a sudden, because of the crisis in his life, which the battle brought, and not all the battles didn't do that. So far he fought many battles. He was valorous to fight them. But today is the fight with whom? Near and dear ones. Near and dear ones. It is in this critical moment a crisis occurs in his life. He is totally dejected. And suddenly, in this sometimes, when there is lot of unhappiness and sense of disappointment and failure and frustration in life, these kind of situations are a blessing sometimes. It is a blessing in disguise. Why? Because it makes you think. It provokes you, it triggers you to think, what is the meaning of life? Where am I going? What is the truth? I have to come and go. People in my life are also there and they will go. I'm not ready for it. Who is ready for it? Tell me, who is ready? And when it happens, we are shocked. But it makes you think, if you are subtle enough, if you have lived your life well, if you enjoy Ishvara's grace, if you have done some punya in life, in this or other lives, then these questions are definitely going to arise. It requires blessings of life lived well, in keeping with dharma, help others. You don't know how it will be repaid to you. These questions will arise. Bhagavan has this beautiful order in the creation. And so today, Arjuna asked, oh my God, he realized for the first time, he's made to think. Situation forced him, compelled him to think, which he so far never thought. Even when they were given exile, these questions didn't come to his mind. But today it comes. And what does he say? All of a sudden, the thinking process has gone in different direction. He says, Nahi prapashyami mamapanudyat yat chokam uchoshanam indriyanam. He says, oh Bhagavan, oh Achyuta, my dear friend. Now his dear friend is going to be his teacher very soon. He says, I do not see how anything in this world will bring an end to my sorrow. The sorrow which is burning me in and out, scorching me. I don't see what achievements from the world will bring an end to it. He says in so many words, even if I get unrivaled kingdom of the three worlds, let alone Hastinapur, not only Hastinapur, but even if I get the unrivaled kingdom of the three worlds, even then, I do not see how I will ever become free of grief. Why? He saw there's the comforts outside, the achievements outside will not bring about a solution to the core in me. Understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Problems of you are different. Problems of I, centered upon I, the core being, are different. That is what exactly Maitreyi said to Yajnavalkya. We heard that yesterday. When he declares, I'm going, don't worry, I have provided for you. Enjoy your life. There will be no dearth of money. I have made sufficient arrangements. So that Maitreyi, very smart lady, these are the ladies, this is the culture there. This is our culture. She says, what? The thing which you are leaving for me, will it make me immortal? Will it make me immortal? Yajnavalkya says, no. It won't make you immortal. It will give you comforts. It will provide for the needs of your body and that, not of the I. Then she says, I don't want it. What will I do with it? I don't want it. You give me what you have. Real partner. I am your partner in life. What you have, she is smart enough. She says, what you have, that you give to me. Which means, I want to become immortal. And show me key to that. Unlock the key for that. Understood? Similarly, teacher wants, Angirasa wants that everybody should know the world for what it is. It can give this much and not more. It cannot add anything to Atma. It cannot take away anything from Atma. Na karmana vardhate, no kaniyan. These are the statements. The world and the karma and the props available outside cannot add anything to me, cannot take away anything to me. Which means what? It cannot touch this. And today, I don't know this one. By surrounding myself surrounding myself with all this, I'm not going to know anything of this. And my problem is here. So, the subject matter of apara vidya has to be known for what it is. This is what the world is. This is vairagya. Vairagya means healthy understanding. Vairagya doesn't mean giving and coming, giving up and all that. No, that you may do if it facilitates, if it helps. But vairagya means healthy understanding, knowing a thing for what it is. Know it very well. Then you may hold it or do whatever, but have no confusion regarding it. No misconceptions. So world has to be known for what it is. It is this much and not more. Just as knowing the mirage water for what it is. If you know the mirage water, Mrugajala, if you take it to be real water, then what? You will run for water over there. When you are thirsty, you will look for water, go with your glass to that to fetch it. And you will be what? What will happen to you? Totally disappointed. Oh my God, there is so much water and I am not getting my thirst is not being quenched at all. And then we are sad. But it says, I don't have. It says, I'm not cheating you. I don't have it. Not even an ounce of water do I contain. So better not look for it here. I'm to be seen. Similarly, this is what the world is telling us. This is what we have to learn from apara vidya. It is the vidya of the world, vidya of that which is limited, understand, that which is ephemeral, that which is anitya, that which is constantly changing. Constantly, even when you are seeing it is changing. Even when you see it, as you see it, it is even changing. What conclusions can you come regarding that? There is no final word in it. It is totally anirvachaniyam, indescribable. Because even while you are seeing it is changing, you define it, you come to a conclusion and it has changed. There is no finality about it. This is what the apara vidya is saying. Unless we know this, we will not be clear. So one has to know this very well. And that is apara vidya. That is the scope of apara vidya. And still, the teacher gives the host of things in the list which contains, which is the scope, which comes within the scope of apara vidya. And that is given in verse number 5. I'm chanting, you repeat after me. Tatra pararugvedaha yajurvedaha samavedaha atharvavedaha shiksha kalpo vyakaranam niruktam chandaha jyotishamiti ataparayaya tadaksharam adigamyate see, now another surprise is waiting for us. Now see how profound and how clear the sages are, the Upanishad is. Read the verse, underline and see what it is saying. It says Tatra, now it's giving what all comes in apara Vidya, the lower, the inferior Vidya, the lower one. Tatra apara, this is apara. What does it contain? Rugvedaha, Yajurvedaha, Samavedaha, Atharvavedaha. Does it do anything to you? Does it create any questions? It should. Why? Because Vedas, all 4 Vedas are included. Rug, Yajus, Sama, Atharva. Oh my God. This is what we come to learn. Vedas are supposed to be the pramanam for knowledge. And here, the Upanishad itself says Rugvedaha, Yajurvedaha, Samavedaha, Atharvavedaha is apara Vidya. We will have to understand this very well. See what he is trying to say. Plus, these are the Vedas. Then to know the Vedas, Shastra prescribes Vedangas, the angas, the limbs to know the Veda. So this is Veda and the limbs are called Vedanga, Anga, which are the angas which will help you learn the Vedas, which you should learn to be able to understand the Vedas, are the 6 angas, 6 limbs. Which are they? See, Siksha, Kalpaha, Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Chandaha, Jyotisham. These are the 6 Vedangas. The limbs, Vedas are the Angi, the main person. And these 6 are Vedanga. These 6 are the limbs of the person called Veda. Imagine Veda is the person and these 6 are his limbs. So, which are they? We'll just quickly look into it. Siksha is the science of phonetics. How to pronounce, particularly Vedic words, should be pronounced as stipulated, from where the sound has to arise, all that. All that is a science of phonetics. Second one is Kalpaha. Kalpaha, what is it? It is the know-how. It contains the know-how of how rituals are to be done. In Vedas, you have so many rituals, so many yagas, how to do them. It is a whole science. Step by step, you should follow them, not question why this one first, why this one second, what is to be done on this yaga. All that know-how is contained in Kalpa. Then the third one is Vyakaranam. Vyakaranam, as you know, is grammar, very, very important. For the Shabda Sadhutvam, it contains the words, how to use the words, and the whole science, that is Vyakaranam. Fourth one is Niruktam. Niruktam is Vedic, is dictionary, etymology of the words, how the words have come about, which suffixes are attached, which prefixes are there, and how the whole word has come about. All this is given where is Niruktam. Then Chandaha. Chanda is prosody. There are so many chandas. Anushtup Chandaha, Gayatri Chandaha, Bruhati Chandaha. So all the mantras are written in different chandas. So all that knowledge also one should have to be able to study Vedas. Then Jyotisham. Jyotisham is astronomy. That's also very important. When a yaga has to be done, what is the right time for that? All that. That is also a big science. So these 6 are the limbs. All that comes within the scope of what? Apara Vidya. Be clear. So now we will have to understand this well, because it is a big shock to us that Vedas are also included in the Apara Vidya. Then where is Paravidya? Where is the knowledge of Atma, the Brahma Vidya? You mean to say it is outside of Vedas? Whatever is outside of Vedas is not considered as Pramanam. Is not considered as valid source of knowledge. Then what does this mean? Yes, but still the teacher knows, Upanishad knows what it is speaking. So we will not question that, but we will try to understand. That is how we should do. So Anukula Tarka. So it says, when it says all the Vedas come in the apara Vidya, the one meaning, there are two meanings for this. One meaning, everybody listen well. One meaning is, see, on the first day I said that Vedas have two sections. Which are they? Two main sections. Veda is one body of knowledge and it is divided into two sections. Which are they? Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda deals with the ends and means. There are different ends within the samsara. Within this creation, there are different achievements which you can have, which you can accomplish. But what are the means for that? That is contained in the Karma Kanda portions. Because human being has different desires. The Veda is like a mother, which shows that if you want this, then do this. By doing this, you will get that. Supposing somebody wants power, somebody wants certain siddhis, somebody wants to go to heavens. This is the sadhya, this is the end. Then Vedas tell how to achieve that. How to achieve that. One wants a son, then how to do that. Putra kameshti yajna. So in short, the Karma Kanda section shows different ends and means for that. All that is contained in Karma Kanda. Plus different upasanas are also given. All this entire first section falls in what? Apara Vidya. Not the Jnana Kanda. Not where the Upanishads are. So is this clear? This is one meaning given by Bhashyakara. That the entire Karma Kanda section falls in Apara Vidya. Why? Because even if I go to heavens, I will have to come back. A Brahma Bhuvanal Lokaha Punaravartinorjuna. Bhagavan says, even if you go there, anywhere you go, you have to come back. In this entire creation, there are different places, different realms. Wherever you go, if you have to go, then there is always coming back. Because of the force of your punya karma, because of the force of your sadhanam that you have done, you go there. But that's not permanent. Visa is not permanent. For 10 years, then again apply, again work for it, then you will get it. Which means within this creation also, there is going, then coming back. Then again you work for it. Which means what? It is all limited. So, all that sadhana, sadhya, which are indicated in the first section is all limited. And that comes in Apara Vidya. But Upanishads, which talk about what? The Atma, the self, the only reality, that comes in the Jnana Kanda. And that is not Apara Vidya. This is one interpretation. This is one meaning. Okay. But here what the mantra says, it doesn't say ki only Karma Kanda. It has not made any such differentiation. What does the mantra say? Apara, Rigvedaha, Yajurvedaha, Samavedaha, Atharvavedaha, which means what? The entire Vedas. If you take that word meaning, literal meaning, then if you take the literal word, then what will happen? The entire Veda falls where? Where? Be clear. Tell me loudly. Apara. Yes. So the another meaning also has to be given. So Bhashyaka, that is why we require Bhashyakara. That is why we require teachers. That is why we require teachers who knows the Sampradaya very well. You cannot give any meaning, whichever comes into your mind. No, it has to be authentic. So Bhashyakara comes and says that the other meaning is that, yes, even if, entire Vedas falls in the Apara Vidya. But when when only the words are, Upanishads are also Shabda Rashi. Shabda Rashi means it is heap of words, nothing but body of words. You may know the words, but if the meaning has not sunk in, even of the Jnana Kanda, Upanishads fall in Jnana Kanda. Upanishads are covered by the Jnana Kanda of Vedas. There, the Upanishads are also in the form of words. You may know all the words, but if the meaning has not sunk in that I am Brahman, then merely studying, merely repeating doesn't help. Understood? It is just rattling out the words. It is just repeating the mantras. When a child goes to Gurukulam for 12 years, he is supposed to know the entire Vedas. And it takes 12 years. In those days, there were no books, no press. So, printing press was not there. So, they used to mug up. The entire Vedas were mugged up by heart. And it took 12 years to prepare one Vedas. So the child, and when he grows up also, they chant the entire Vedas. In that, even Tattvamasi comes. In that, the Upanishad section also comes. He may be saying, Sarvam Kaluidam Brahma. Aham Atma Brahma. Ayam Atma Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi, all this comes, but it doesn't do anything. Understood? It doesn't do anything. Inside, the ignorance still remains. Inside, even though I'm chanting this, and let me tell you, even though we are listening, even though we are studying, day in and day out, serious study may be going on, but still, if the ignorance doesn't go, when does it not go? When I'm not ready, when I'm not prepared. Kathopanishad did say, if you remember the mantra, Esha sarveshu bhuteshu gudotma na prakashate. This Atma is everywhere, in all the beings, but nobody knows. Why? But who can know? It is right here, always with me. Atma is saying, look at me, consider me, know me. We may be listening to Vedanta, and still the purport of these words do not sink in. Oh, I am significant. I am full. I am Brahman. The Jiva. I am not a Jiva. These words show the complete identity between Ishvara and Jiva. Jiva is a product of ignorance. It is a notion. It is nowhere. Bhagavan says, I have not created a Jiva. There is nothing but Brahman. Upanishad constantly says this, but it has to click. If it doesn't, then what happens? The words remain just words. So even though I'm studying Upanishads, but it has not become what? Paravidya for me. You understand? It has not become Paravidya. And what does the teacher say? The last line. Atha para yaya tad aksharam adhigamyate. What does the teacher say? The mantra says, Paravidya is that by which you come to know aksharam. Aksharam means immutable, which means Brahman, which means Atma, which is Nitya, which is ever there, Ajo, Nityaha, Shashvatoyam Puranaha, Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. It's never subject to being born and to be dying. No, it is ever there, stable, one without a second. The words keep on saying this. The entire Upanishads enable us to do this abhyasa. When we study Upanishads constantly, this comes. But it remains apara Vidya. As long as my perception doesn't change. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? So even though Vedas are actually containing Paravidya, but if it doesn't create the understanding here, which means what? It should change, it should replace my notion. Today my thought process or vritti is what? I am dehaha, dehoham, manushyoham. I am a small individual. I am a woman. I am a wife. So many duties. Husband also, no less. Everybody has problems in life. I am that. How can I be Brahman? Even when we are studying this, from attending all the retreats, doing courses, it's a serious matter. That doesn't become Paravidya. Doesn't become Paravidya. Paravidya means solid. It should replace my vritti. Which vritti? The vritti that I am individual. The thought that I am individual. My understanding that I am a jiva should go. That doesn't mean that outside there will be some change. I will still continue to go to office. Still continue to perform my duties. But who will be now performing? Who will be now performing? I now know that I am Brahman. Body is doing. Action is at the level of Prakriti, matter, not at the level of the Tattva, the Vastu, the Atma. I am Brahman, I am Atma. Regardless of what is around me, what is happening here, when this knowledge is firm, and that comes when there is akhandakara vritti. Which vritti? Akhandakara vritti. Akhandakara vritti means there is no division, no compartments, no smallness. I am Brahman. I am the whole. I am nirvikaraha, nirvikalpaha, nirakaraha, ekam eva advitiyam. Just one without a second. Even though the world is there, it doesn't make two. World is not counted as two. It's just one. When this understanding is deep, when this solid understanding is there, it becomes what? Then it is Paravidya. Otherwise, the words are there, but there is no change in me. And this others will not come to know. No. Has the Paravidya worked? Or nobody can say. It is not to judge others. Nobody can say, let me tell you, nobody. Only the person knows inside. Where am I? What is going on inside? What is my understanding? What is my strength? Understood? The understanding is very clear. I am Brahman. Bruhatvat Brahman. I pervade everything. So I have to cross the boundaries of this. So far, I means this much. Beyond this is you. Beyond the body is you. No. Then now, it expands. I is not limited to this just body-mind complex. It encompasses everything. And it's beyond. So, when this happens, it is called Paravidya. Atha para yaya tad aksharam adhigamyate. When you come to know, actually, you already are that. You don't have to become. But knowledge, when you come to know, so far you thought you were not that. And so knowledge is becoming. Just as the mala is in my neck only. But still, I'm looking for it. Something happened to me, and I thought I have left it somewhere. And I keep on looking. So when you tell me, and I was frantically looking for it, everywhere. Where did I go? Bedroom, drawing room, cupboard. Where did I leave it? Then the child comes and, Mummy, Mom, it is right with you. Where? Then I look in the mirror and touch it, and I find, oh, I found it. Did you find it? It was already there. But because I thought it is not with me, this expression, I found it. But moment it is said, you have it. It is right there. You become that. You have it. Similarly, when it is said, you are Brahman, this words itself makes me Brahman, because I'm already that. Hello? Just as the 10th man who is looking for the 10th man, because he is looking, he is denying himself. Because he is searching the 10th man, in the very search, the 10th man is denied. 10th man, you know the story. We have no time to repeat the story. He is looking, 10 children are going, and then while returning, he wants to verify if everybody is there. And then he counted, everybody stand in line, let me count. And he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, one is lost. Then somebody came along and understood the problem, and he said, Tvam Dashamosi, you are the 10th man. Did he find? He was already there. But the feeling is that. Similarly, when the Akhandakara Vritti happens, I am Brahman. Let it sink. Spend time with this. Spend time. Because the samskaras, this is learning Paravidya. What is Paravidya? Paravidya is knowing myself. Upanishads declare you are that. And it shows methodically how you are not this. How Upanishads also employ the method of neti. Neti means negation. Negation, imagine. Negation is the method of taking us to Brahman. Neti. Neti means what? Not this, not this, not this. So there also, in Upanishad, the question is asked, why are you all the time saying not this, not this? Why do you not positively say, this is the one? No, that is not possible. Why? Because this one, it is not body. In fact, body is covering. In fact, body is a big notion. So, Upanishads very methodically removes one by one all the notions. Not this, not the body, not the pranas, not the sense organs, not mind, not intellect, not even ego. Then who? Still the one who is negating remains. The very negator, the one who is negating one by one, something remains. It is the substance. It is the content of that. After negating, then somebody said, the Shunyavadins, the nihilists came along and said, then there is Shunyam, then there is vacuum, then there is nothingness. Are you nothingness? Can you ever feel that I am nothing? The one who negates the entire samsara. Here also there is matter. There also there is matter. Remove all that. Remove all that means with viveka. Mentally. Otherwise, what can you remove? Can you remove the body? Then gone. Ram Ram. No. It has to be done with viveka. Neti. Not this. Not this. Not this. When everything, all the shapes and forms and attributes, all of them are negated. What remains? What remains? Not even ego. Because ego has attributes. Ego is small or takes himself to be big, but still ego. In some attribute, I'm so and so. No, that is also negated. Then what remains is I, big I, without any paraphernalia. Without anything. Just pure I. Consciousness. Existence. Existence without any gunas there. Sattva, rajas, tamas, no, nothing. Nistraigunya. That is why when Lord Krishna told Arjuna, he says the first part of the Vedas contain what? They cater to you the different gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. Nistraigunya bhavarjuna. Oh Arjuna, may you become nistraigunya. Go beyond the three gunas. Gunas means Maya. Gunas means attributes, which comes in apara Vidya, which comes within the fold of samsara. Rise above that. Nistraigunya, nirdvandvaha, nitya sattvastaha. You know yourself very well. And for that, it is necessary to go to a teacher. Paravidya, even the Upanishads contain this, but it has to be learned from a teacher. So, in the same Upanishad, in the first Muṇḍaka only, what we are doing is first Muṇḍaka, fourth and fifth mantras. In the same first chapter, first Muṇḍaka, in the 12th verse, 12th mantra, comes this beautiful eye-opening mantra. What? Same thing. It elaborates that having examined the entire three worlds, having examined everything, which means what comes in the scope of apara Vidya, pariksha lokan, karma chitan, all the lokas, all the realms, the entire creation is nothing but product of karma. Karma has its origin in ignorance. Whatever is there over here is the result of some karmas performed sometime. So, this fellow, this Jignasu, is looking at the entire world, and we have been also looking. We also have been experiencing from past many lives. Constantly the quest is there. Quest for what? Tell me, why are we here in quest? We are looking. What? Where is fulfillment? Where is satisfaction? Human being doesn't want anything other than satisfaction, anything other than fulfillment. He always wants happiness, nothing less than that. This also one should know. What is it? What is my basic aspiration? My basic aspiration is for what? Happiness. How long? 1 hour? 2 hours? 3 hours? Always. 24/7. All the time. Every moment. Every second. I should be happy. And that is what we are constantly seeking from the world. But the world says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can give you temporarily. And even we don't have much time. We are running short of time. But I would like to tell you that even little happiness that it seems to give, little sensation, also comes from where? Also, what is the source? Not from there. It comes from Atma. It comes from Brahman. Understand there is no other source of joy other than Atma, other than Brahman. There is no source of joy. Raso vaisaha. Only Atma or Brahman or the truth, call it by which Ishvara, call it Atma, call it Brahman, call it Ishvara, Rama, Krishna, whatever. Consciousness, Samvit, Chaitanya, whatever you want. The source of joy is only that. Nalpe sukham asti. Sanat Kumara says in Chandogya Upanishad, when Naradji, no less a person than Naradji. Naradji means what? Highly accomplished. A scholar, knows everything. What he knows? When he went to Sanat Kumara, and he said, I'm such as I am, which means what? He said, I'm possessed of so many knowledge of so many branches. I know this, I know that. 64 different Vidyas he had. Dance, music, Vedas, everything. Name it and he had it. But then he says, even though I'm like this, I'm grieving. I am grieving. Soham Bhagavan Shochami, he says. I'm grieving, oh sir. This apara Vidya has not made me free of grief. I'm burdened. So much is there and still unhappy. So Sanat Kumara said, tell me what all you know. Tell me what all you know. Then he listed, showed his certificates in our resume. Resume, so many things are there, no? We try to add things to that. And then also frustrated. So similarly, we should know everything. But we should know the limits, that this can do something. It can give me a job. But here, I will have to work myself. I will have to know this self. Happiness is not there. It will give me comforts. Everything, yes. But comfort is different from happiness. With all the comforts, can be. That is what Swamiji said, no? That is very famous, but still very pertinent, very, very pertinent. When he came to USA for the first time, then stayed here for some time and went back. Then everybody, his students and everybody is asking, please tell us, what is the difference between East and West? What is the difference between USA and our situation in East? Swamiji said it is all one and the same. Here, we are miserable without comforts. Without comforts, here we are miserable. And in West, they are miserable with all the comforts. We don't want to decry comforts. No. Last person to do that. There is nothing wrong with wealth, nothing wrong with power, nothing wrong with achievements. Have it. Nothing wrong. We cannot criticize all that. But we should know what it can give and what it cannot give. Don't demand from it what it doesn't have. So, Sanat Kumara said, tell me what all you know. He gave the list. Sanat Kumara says, all this is mere name. You know the words. Because he said, I know Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, all Upanishads, everything I know. But still I'm grieving. Which means what? Which means what? Paravidya has not come. The word may be there. The unfoldment of the word also may be there. But if I am not ready, if I am not grasping it, if I am not catching it, and what will be catching it? For that first I have to prepare my mind. First Vairagya, Viveka, Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampatti. And by that I gain the subtlety of the mind. I am very clear. What I am looking for is not out there. And the teacher is teaching. You are Brahman. So it can be grasped by the mind which is totally focused. Not only focused but pure. Not only pure but subtle. Can understand the tatparya of the words. I am Brahman means what? Not the body. And Brahman is not something to be seen. Not to be objectified. If you objectify means what? Again you Brahman is there and I am here. Brahman is fine, all happiness, but I still am what I am. So not that. You drop even the words. You drop everything. And what remains is Atma, Brahman. So that vritti has to arise. And which vritti has to go? Which thought has to go? And which thought has to be replaced? That I am an individual, that I am insignificant, that I am small, man, women, this, that, etc. That has to go. And what has to come? I am Brahman. I am adequate. I am full, no matter what the condition of the body is, of the mind is, of anything is. I am full. Always full. When that sinks in, it is what? Paravidya. Paravidya. If it doesn't sink in, it remains where? Aparavidya. Even the words of Upanishad. This is the second meaning given. Okay? I will just give you an example. Just take 5 minutes more, with your permission. See, there is a small story that in a forest, in one area, all the parrots were living. Then, naturally, the hunters also come, throw the net, and all those risks are there. So there was an older parrot. He told all the children, baby parrots, that beware, beware. The hunter will come, throw the net, and you will get trapped. So beware. Be careful of the hunter. The children, the babies, okay, yes, yes, sir. And they kept on rattling out. Hunter will come. Beware. Be careful. Hunter will come, throw the net. Be careful. They are constantly speaking this, repeating this. Hunter did, and this fellow had gone out, the elder one. Then hunter did come, threw the net. Everybody, all of them were trapped. And still what are they saying? Beware. Hunter will come. We will be trapped. When he folded them up and took them, still they were all saying this. That is not Paravidya. But otherwise, Paravidya was right there. Hunter will come. That was Paravidya. If they had they understood that, they would have been saved. But it remained mere words. Remained mere words. Because I could not give up. Similarly, here, Aham Brahmasmi. We keep on, but what these words should do should happen. When you say Aham Brahmasmi, then what should it do? I'm no more this. That is, when that doesn't happen, the happiness doesn't come. The real happiness doesn't come. Just as Lord Krishna, in the midst of all the problems, and his life was full of that, right from his birth. Foster parents, being born in a jail, and every moment running from this to that, but still always what? Smiling. Always playing flute. Flute stands for that. I'm happy. I spread happiness. Lord Rama also. These are all ideals for us to understand what Paravidya is. The previous night Rama is told, you will be coronated. You will be coronated tomorrow. And the next morning at 4 o'clock, even before that, 4 o'clock, the news came, what? Coronation, leave aside. But you will have to, you are exiled for 14 years. But no change in him. The news of coronation, he remained, even when he heard that, he did not jump and his head did not hit the ceiling. Oh, coronation tomorrow. When the one wicket falls, these people jump. It's fine. Nothing wrong. But I'm just saying. And then next day morning, you have to go to the forest for 14 years. And that too, in the garb of a sadhu, without chappals, without this, without that. And still, okay, fine. No sadness. No, what did I do to deserve this? Why this injustice? No question. Why? Because this is not happening to me. These are the circumstances in life. Affects the body. Touches it. It is there, not here. Nothing can touch this. I am fine. This is knowledge. This is Paravidya. Otherwise, even Upanishads remain apara. And that is why the teacher said, you must know both. Know both. The apara as well as para. Why? Because apara has to be known. The world has to be known for what it is. Know it very well, so that you are never disillusioned. You need not even say, no, it cheated me. Why will it cheat you? You were not clear. My parents did this, my spouse did this, world does this. What about your understanding? World is what it is. What did you expect from it? You expected something from where it is not there at all. You expected something which it doesn't contain. It is like expecting oil from sand. Meera, the ardent devotee of Lord Krishna, says, giving up sugar, we are drinking bitter neem juice of the world. Where is the sugar? Sugar is right here. Giving that up, and then I partake of the neem juice in the world. Giving up the diamond here, I look for the stones. In short, once it is very clear, it doesn't do anything to me. No hatred, no attachment, neither hatred nor blaming, no blame game. It is what it is. I should be wiser. And then I discover what is right here. So far it is like that musk deer. Have you heard of that? That deer is now, I don't know, but it's found in Himalayas. Whether it's there now or not, we do not know. But in its navel is this musk, kasturi. And it is so fragrant that constantly the fragrance of that musk is there. And the poor deer doesn't know that. So it keeps on running because it is attracted to the smell, fragrance. It is its weakness. And it runs from forest. It runs in the forest looking for what? For the musk. Oh dear musk, it is right in your navel. It is you. Similarly, we should know this. When this is clear, then Paravidya is gained. I am what I am. The seeker himself is the sought. I am that. It's nothing wrong with the world. Respect. Respect everything. No hatred, no attachment. It is fine. Purnamadav Purnamidam. That is why the teacher said you must know both. You have to outgrow one. Because we have been there. The samskaras of the world. And seeking from that has been there for lives together, countless lives. It has been there. So it won't go that soon. And how will they go? I have to be clear. Abhyasa, repetition. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyate. When this was told to Arjuna, he says, oh, this is difficult. I cannot do this. Bhagavan says, you can do it. By what? Abhyasa. Constantly tell yourself. Then there's some new samskaras, new channels have to be formed. The channels which are made of taking this world to be real, giving reality to what you see, and ignoring what you have, what you are. Ignoring what I am, disrespecting what I am, giving undue importance to the world. That is what the life is now. What is the life now? In ignorance. I do not see here. I do not acknowledge this. I disrespect myself. Myself means what? Atma. Not aware of it. Not taking cognizance of what it is. And all the time I'm focused. This, that, this. From today here, tomorrow there, day after tomorrow there, and everywhere blaming, not getting, and the life is over. By that, by that time, life is over. Then again I will start. Let it happen. But this has been going on. So now I have to undo that. The channels have been formed. Now I have to make another channel of what? I am full. Tell yourself. Give time. Whatever time is. That is why nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam we don't like. Nididhyasanam we don't. Oh, very boring to sit with oneself. That is the most beautiful thing. That you are with yourself. But we don't like it now. Why? Because what to do? Very boring. Sitting just like that. Nothing is happening. Nothing has to happen. Everything has happened already. Atma is already there. Just pay attention. But it is hard. Why? Because we are not used to. We are used to paying attention out. So much of restlessness. Undo everything. That is why nididhyasitavyaha, shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. That is paravidya. So understood why teacher said, although Shaunaka, he said, give me paravidya. Tell me what is it, knowing which everything is known. But teacher, no shortcuts. First apara. Know all this. So that one chapter will be closed. If you know it very well, okay, fine. Let this be there. I don't want anything out of this. Where will I look for it? No looking, I am here. This you learn from the teacher. But even when the teacher is teaching, it will work for me only and only when the words sink in. Otherwise, even after that, it will remain apara only. That is why Lord Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tattvad. He says out of thousands, hundreds, many, some come to know. Some come to know. It's very rare. Why? Because the words have to sink in. For that a lot of preparedness is required. Lot of preparedness. That is why karma yoga. That is why upasana. This all prepares me so that I am now all focused to know the self. Okay? This can go on and on, but we have to call it a day. Thank you. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. I took 5 minutes or 10 minutes more. I exceeded, but I wanted to do it. So, give you everything. Thank you. Hari Om. Nikroch? Continue.